Throughout history, many people have been called great religious leaders. But what if one of them claimed something no ordinary teacher could claim? What if he claimed to be the way to God, and then claimed victory over death? What makes Jesus different from every other religious leader? Throughout history, humanity has followed great teachers, philosophers, prophets, and religious leaders. They have taught people how to live, how to find peace, how to understand God, and how to become better human beings. Jesus Christ is different, not simply better at teaching, not simply more influential, but fundamentally different. So what makes Jesus different from every other religious leader? The answer begins with one extraordinary question. Who did Jesus claim to be? Jesus did not present himself merely as a wise teacher, pointing people toward God. He made extraordinary claims about himself. He spoke of an existence that went beyond his earthly life. He claimed authority to forgive sins. He called himself the resurrection and the life. He described himself as the way, the truth, and the life. And in John 8:58, Jesus said, "Before Abraham was, I am." To his original audience, these were not ordinary words. They understood the significance of his claims. Jesus was presenting himself as far more than a human religious teacher. According to Christianity, he was God who had come in human flesh. The Bible describes him as fully God and fully human, and this leads to the second thing that makes Jesus different: his purpose. Jesus did not come simply to give humanity another list of rules. He came with a mission. He said he came to seek and to save what was lost. Christianity teaches that humanity's greatest problem is not simply ignorance, poverty, or a lack of religious knowledge. It is sin, a broken relationship between humanity and God. And Jesus came to deal with that problem himself. Instead of telling people to save themselves through their own efforts, Jesus offered himself as the sacrifice for sin. He went to the cross. And this is where the story of Jesus becomes completely unique, because Christianity does not end at the cross. It continues with the resurrection. The central claim of Christianity is that Jesus, after being crucified and buried, rose from the dead. The resurrection is not a side detail of Christianity. It is the foundation. The Apostle Paul made this remarkably clear. If Christ was not raised from the dead, then Christian faith is empty. In other words, Christianity stands or falls on what happened to Jesus after his death. This is one of the most important differences between Jesus and other religious leaders. Christianity is not ultimately built around simply remembering the teachings of a great man. It is built around a person whom Christians believe died, rose again, and is alive forever. That changes everything. But there is another difference. Jesus did not merely say, "Follow my teachings." He said, "Follow me." He made the extraordinary statement, "I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me." This is one of the most exclusive claims in the history of religion. It means Jesus did not present himself as one option among many. He presented himself as the way to God. And that is why the question of Jesus cannot easily be ignored. If Jesus was only a teacher, then perhaps we can simply compare his teachings with the teachings of others. But if Jesus really was who he claimed to be, then the question becomes much more personal. What will you do with Jesus? Christians believe that Jesus is different because he is not simply someone who showed humanity the way to God. He is the one Christians believe came from God to bring humanity back to God. He did not merely teach about forgiveness. He offered forgiveness. He did not merely speak about sacrifice. He gave his own life. He did not merely speak about resurrection. Christians believe he conquered death, and he did not simply promise people a better life through their own efforts. He invited the weary and burdened to come to him and find rest. Perhaps that is the greatest difference of all. Other teachers may point toward a path. Jesus says, "Come to me." So the question is not only, what makes Jesus different from every other religious leader? The deeper question is, who is Jesus, and what will you do with him? If he is truly who he claimed to be, then he is not someone we can simply admire from a distance. He is someone we must seriously consider. And perhaps the most important journey you can take begins with one simple step. Open the Gospels. Read the words of Jesus, look at his life, consider his claims, and decide for yourself who he really is. Do you believe Jesus was simply a great teacher or something more? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you found this video thought-provoking, subscribe for more videos exploring Jesus, the Bible, and the Christian faith.